So we are here at IBC 2014 at the booth from Grass Valley, together with Mike Cronk, who is Vice President Strategic Marketing. And Mike, I saw at your booth a lot of branding concerning IP infrastructures and cloud-based workflows. How do you regard this kind of development? Where is the future of the broadcasters heading to?
Yeah, thank you for that question, Eckhart. I think that now in broadcast is one of the most exciting times in the industry, because the broadcast industry has always had change, but I think that the pace of change right now is perhaps at the highest height of that change. Because, for example, now, not only are we talking about new formats like 4K, but we're also talking about other formats for over-the-top video, things like HLS and other things. And there's new business models popping up all the time. You know, Netflix launching a 4K channel last year, for example. And so one of the key things that we at Grass Valley are dedicated to doing is making our customers' investments future ready. And what we mean by that is that we want to build equipment that can be used today at a cost that's achievable, but prepare for the future. And so in that, one of the key things that we need to deliver is business agility. And business agility really is the ability to launch a new service, to change formats in a very, very quick time frame. And so we believe there's some fundamental technologies that deliver on business agility. One is IP. IP allows you to scale and move various signals of various formats all in one same pipe. It's a common standard that many companies in an industry that's larger than broadcast have adopted, and so the development curve and the critical mass to really drive the price down is there. And the actual IP technology is actually outstripping Moore's law in terms of the speed at which things are happening. So today 10 gig and 40 gig, very soon 100 gig, and so 4K and 8K become achievable in that. And so if you're building a plant and it could be all IP, then that plant could scale very easily for all these different formats. You could work remote, you could virtualize things. And so what we've done at Grass Valley, our number one investment is in IP technology. We're showing here on the show floor a technology demonstration of our SDN technology, where Grass Valley will allow a broadcaster to control switches from other third parties that are from the IT industry, but do it in a way that delivers video in an acceptable manner to broadcasters, while still, because there's a planned investment in SDI, controlling those as well from one system with control panels that broadcasters are useful for, so that operators can select a source and a destination like they always have. So it's a way to migrate to IP without having to retrain your staff. And so we have an investment in that. And then we're also investing across our product lines in IP technology so that IP, I/O will become commonplace in the products over time. So that's one, for IP, that's why we think it's so strategic. It delivers that business agility, and we're putting our money where our mouth is from an R&D investment perspective. Another technology is the cloud. And really more than the cloud, it's the idea of virtualizing, because really you can virtualize your operations in a private data center or up in the cloud, and it gives you the ability to launch new technology and services and software, and that can be done much more quickly than the old hardware model at a much different type of cost model. It can be more about your OpEx versus your CapEx. You're not buying hardware, you're buying the software, and it can be on a as you use it type of format. One way that we're delivering this today is with GV Stratus Playout, which is behind me here. GV Stratus Playout is a cloud-enabled playout strategy. We actually have looked at where the cloud is and for high bandwidth broadcast and what needs to be done. And in some cases, storing all your high-res video in the cloud and then playing it out is cost prohibitive. And yet, our customers want business agility. They want to be able to launch a new service quickly. So what we've done, while we can and could do everything in the cloud, we've put the control in the cloud, the automation system, all the rules about how to control things in the cloud. And then we built a very purpose-built card that fits in a 3RU chassis that you can send to various regions, and for really in an unprecedentedly low cost, you can launch a channel with a lot of capability and try out new markets and branch out and build new services in a way that has never been done before. It's an award-winning product that is gaining traction. And so with cloud-enabled playout, we believe that you can launch new business and services, and over time you'll be able to launch, run your video actually in the cloud. But for today's price point, that's a little too premature, and so we've done GV Stratus Playout, which allows broadcasters to utilize the cloud and launch new services today. And that's why we believe that when we say that we're making our products future ready, we're also making them ready for today, but ready for the future, and that's one example of how we're doing that.
May I ask you if there are any markets which are ahead of the crowd, which are first going to use these new technologies, or is it more or less everywhere the same, that some of your customers are interested and others are still waiting?
Yeah, so from a regional perspective, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that the European market is very advanced in terms of the desire for IP technology and usefulness of the cloud. But also in the United States, there are very leading broadcasters who are aggressively pursuing such strategies. So I think that the phenomena is worldwide, but as any technology adoption curve, there are early adopters, and then there are people who maybe follow that and want to make sure that it's all established before they go. So we see it as a worldwide phenomenon, but I would say certainly that in Europe there's a lot of desire for it.
About what timeline are you talking? What do you think, how long does it take at the end of the day to switch from the old traditional broadcast infrastructure to the more IP-based infrastructures?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I think it varies depending on the customer, their technology affinity, and also the business model. I liken it, I think it's probably faster, but I liken it to for example, the standard definition to HD transition. There's actually still channels out in the world today that are SD, but mostly we've migrated to HD. That transition took some time, and I think that this will also take some time when you think of people's capital budgets and how they have to transition seamlessly while they're running their current broadcast channels. And so that's why in our product development we've designed it for a seamless transition. You can buy a router today, and we're shipping today an IP, that router can have an IP gateway card in it, and so you're mixing IP and SD in that, but you don't have to make an entire purchase of all IP equipment. When we add IP into our various products, the switchers, the cameras, the servers, it's in a modular way so that you can have some IP and some SDI. So we view it from our perspective, we're not the ones dictating when our customers migrate. That's really a business case. What we wanted to do is provide them the ability now to have the business agility that they need. That's an example where GV Stratus Playout shipping now. IP, SDN, we're showing that now. However, the choice is with our customers. We're enabling them not only to transition, but when they transition, they can do it in an incremental fashion so that the business model works for them.